Hello and welcome back to Kitten Up Kitten. My name is Sam and today I'm working on my Lighthouse Cottage license from Jane Mayday for Dreamer Designs. Going to go through the things that I'm using today. I am going to be using my Add More Zest tray. I am using one of my new cook pots. So this is the diamond shaped cook pot, little trash drill collector and cover minder in one. I'm also using a 60 bottle case that I got from Amazon, and I'm using my new blue pen from Amazon. Really like this shape, it's really quite nice. I have a single metal placer in one end and I have, I think it's a 6 in the other end. Just put new double-sided tape in this, so it may be very sticky, so I might have to prime a fair bit. But before we get started on the whip, hello and welcome back. If you're a subscriber, I really appreciate it, guys. If you are brand new, welcome to my channel. It is predominantly a diamond art channel, but I do showcase some of the resin products that I make as well. Some are diamond painting related, some are not. So I've got a few things to show you today. So the old style cook pots I'm not making any more of. I am instead making these. So this is the diamond shaped cook pot. Comes with a little lid, you get 2 magnets, and it's just somewhere to put your little trash drills. You can also use it as a cover minder if you know, like to hold your plastic back. If you work with the plastic on and you like to hold that section back, you can use that to hold that as well as collect your trash drills. And these pots, I have 3 molds. So basically what I'm doing is whenever I do a resin pour, if I have leftover resin, I'm using it to make these pots. Now, number one, this makes them cheaper. The original cook pots were around £6, £5, £6, and then you pay postage on top. Because this is using whatever I've got left, these are only going to cost you £3. So, which I think is a fab price. £3, £1.20 for shipping for one. So I usually have 3 styles in each set. So we have what I call the diamond, we have square, and we have round. There will always be 3 in each colour or style. So they're the 3 that I've got in the purple. I've bought a couple of others along just to show you. I did do this one, it's not been finished off yet, but I did this one out of some leftover resin. And then I've got these 2. So these 2, this one hasn't been finished off, so this is not the finished product. This is using a gold and purple. And this one is hot off the mould. It's actually still a little bit pliable. So a black and white marble, which I think is super cute. So as I said, there should be 3 of each in each colour. So there's 3 of these in a mix of the gold and the purple. However, this one, I only have 1 other colour because I only had 2 left over. So that's just to make you aware of that. So let's move those out of the way. Also, if you remember on one of my Whipham chats, somebody mentioned that they like to use the lid off a trinket box. So I do have some trinket boxes. Again, I used leftover resin. The point of this is I don't want to be using costly stuff. If I'm using leftover resin, I can pass that saving on to you guys, and we're using something that would normally be thrown away. So the 2, I had 3 that I actually did. I have a hexagon trinket box and a square one. These 2 were the first 2 I've ever made, so this one does have flaws in it, but I just thought I'd try these today. The heart-shaped one does not work. It's rounded, it doesn't sit flat, but these 2 do. So if you're the sort of person you just want something to catch your to hold your resin trays until you finish diamond painting, it may be that you throw them away straight after, in which case something like this could be useful. Now, I tried that out because it was suggested by a YouTuber, a subscriber, sorry, and you know, it could work. They are indented, so that could work. Let me know if you like the idea of a tray. It could be something else that I make. Could be something that I make in custom colours as well. Just going to move that one carefully because it's still soft. Now, the other thing that I looked at were these small little bowls. So again, this could be something you could use instead of a cook pot. You know, for whatever reason, you just want something to put your spare drills in. Very, very pretty design this. It's this honeycomb effect. Again, I'm using leftover resin. So we have a bigger one. It's not finished, you can see it needs filing, and I have a smaller version. This is one that just came off. I did this one with silver foil. This was leftover silver flake. It's very, very pretty. Again, something that I will probably put these up on Etsy and just see how they go. Again, it's just something else that you can use, but you could use them as ring trays. So there's some of the things that will be going up on Etsy in the next few days. That's it for the resin stuff. I will say I have had a number of orders in the last few days, so thank you so much. As I've said before, by people investing in the resin stuff, it enables me to continue bringing new content to my diamond painting, which is why I do it. So I'm going to make a start on this. I am going to say a huge thank you to everyone who has continued subscribing, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. But let me get started on this first because you know, I need to get some diamond painting done today. My plan for today, I am off today. I have got the food shop to do, and I do need to go. We've got a little storage unit that we put some of my eldest child's stuff in when he moved back home, and it's also got some bits and pieces left over from when we moved, and I need to go today on the hunt for a chess set that my daughter has because she wants to take it to school for her and a friend to play chess at school apparently. So I'm just going to get these first drills in here. Like I said, this is new tape in this placer, so it may be overly sticky, but if I can make a start and then I can chat while I'm working. What else do I need to do? So yeah, I need to go food shopping. I'm off out this evening to visit a friend, so I won't be diamond painting this evening. So I thought, okay, perfect reason to get on now and to do a whip and ramble. And I do want to go through the latest comments that I've got and just explain how I'm going to deal with comments moving forward. So let me just get these M's in. Let's get the M's in. I just started with the M because it was on the bottom row, so I just thought if I get that bit done. I hope you are all well. Have you had a fab week so far? Of course I've had a fab week because I'm off work for a couple of days, which is good, but I am working all weekend. Not horrendous, I don't mind so much. We get a little extra bonus payment on the weekends, so makes it a little bit more worthwhile. So yeah, it's just a case today of a little bit of housework, bit of food shopping. I also need to photograph. I have a bunch of necklaces that I've made up because people at work are asking for pictures, and they don't, obviously because I work with them, I don't want them to have to go on Etsy and pay postage. That'd be silly. So I've got a bunch made up that I need to photograph so that I can take that to work with me. It has been a quiet day. I had a order yesterday, not yesterday, day before maybe, for a set of coasters, and I've pre-made the first set and they didn't come out how I wanted them to. I used too much of one colour, so I need to redo those at some point. However, I'm waiting for the resin to arrive, so that may not be today. Other than that, not really been doing much. So let's get right to the main reason behind this whip today. As I said in a previous whip, I'm gonna have a mouthful of my coffee. I don't know which canvas to do next. So just to explain, if you're new here, I started off just having one whip at a time because that's how I was working. But when I started doing YouTube, I didn't want people to get bored of watching the same thing over and over again. So I decided to start a second whip. So I usually, at the minute, I am doing one round diamond painting and one square, because the round gives me escape from the square. I find the squares more challenging mentally. You know, they take a bit longer because the drills are smaller, and it's quite nice to have a break from doing the square diamond painting. So I usually do one round and one square, and I try and do, not always, but this last time I did a really big square. So when I then chose my next square, I decided to go for a small one. The problem is I have got a number of kits that are round and a number that are square. So my next one, because this is my round, I'm going to finish this in the next couple of weeks, and I need to decide which canvas I do next. But I'm dithering. So what I have done, I have written down all the round kits that I have kitted up. I haven't included any in my stash because I don't have storage for them. So I need to do some of the ones that I've got already kitted up before I can start kitting new ones up. So what I'm going to do, I am going to put up a picture of each canvas on here today, and I'm going to go through where I've got them from. And then I'm going to ask you guys to choose. I'm going to ask you to comment on this video which canvas I should do next. So I'm putting myself in your hands. No pressure then. Purely because I need to have my next one to work on. So I figure I've got, what, 3 rows left after this bit. So probably, you know, depends on how much I get done at the weekend, but you're talking probably 2 weeks for me to get this one finished. So I really need some help, guys. And what way to get you involved than to ask you to help me. So let's make a start. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just go through what each canvas is. I'm not going to go into sizes and stuff. It really doesn't matter if it's big or small, to be honest. I just want to be able to do something that you guys are going to enjoy watching. That's the whole purpose. So let me find my next colour, and then I can go through what I've got. Okay, so I'm going to try and do this in the order that I kitted them up. I might not. It might, you know, I haven't got the best memory in the world. I'm nearly 50, for God's sake. You know, your brain starts to slow down, I think. Could just be me. I'm not saying it's the same for everybody. But let's go through these. So the first canvas up is Balloon Girl. Now I've named it Balloon Girl. I don't even know if it has a name. This is a canvas that I got from Fan Cells. So I only have 2 kits left from Fan Cells, and this is one of them. I do intend to do them. So all of these canvases are round drills. I've not included square ones that I've got kitted up. So Balloon Girl is the first one. I love this picture. I love the colours in it. It's not a huge canvas, so, you know, it's very doable. So I quite like it. What do you think? Do you think Balloon Girl should be my next whip? It's under 30 colours. I don't know how many exactly, but it's under 30 because I've got it in a 30 bottle case. So it won't be any more than 30 colours. So that is the first one, Balloon Girl from Fan Cells. Okay, the next one we have is Dancer. Now this also came from Fansales. It is a bigger picture, beautiful colours in there. Again, it must be less than 30 because I have it kitted up in a 30 bottle storage case. It's a beautiful image. I fell in love with it and I really want this one for in my front room. So yeah, what do you think of that one? Maybe Dancer. I think I just love the colours in her skirt. You know, there's a lot of colour block in there, but there's a lot of confetti in that skirt. So what do you think to that one? Okay, next up we have I Miss You. This is a Mandy Manzano picture from Diamond Art Club. So obviously the quality is there. It is stunning, absolutely stunning. And it was top of my list to start before I got some of the other ones. So she is already kitted up. I think she is under 42 colours because of the case I've kitted it up in. What do you think? Shall I do another Mandy Manzano? The thing I love about Mandy's work is that black. You know, I always lay the black first and then I fill in with the colours in that section. I love that. It is like colouring. So what do you think? Mandy Manzano. Okay, next one is Customised Bookshelf from Randall Spangler. Obviously, this is a bigger kit. Okay. But I do have it kitted up. I believe it's in a 60 case. I might be wrong on that, but I think it is. Absolutely the first time I've done a Randall Spangler, but I really liked it. And I do intend to customise that bookshelf. One of those books will definitely have Lord of the Rings on it. That's why it appealed to me, so that I could change what the book titles are. So what do you think? Should Randall Spangler be my next diamond art whip? Some beautiful colours in there. But it's a big one. It is a big one. Just warning you. And then finally, we have Moon Goddess, which is the latest one that I've kitted up. Absolutely love this canvas. It's not massively big. It is a beautiful subject. I absolutely adore it. It's also kitted up in my Huacan storage, which I really like. What do you think? Should it be Moon Goddess? So I'm going to leave this in your hands, guys. You know, choose for me, because I can't choose. I like all of them. So, oh, that was my notification to tell me I've got a shipment arriving today. Thank you very much, Alexa. Yeah, what should I do? What do you guys want to see? Because at the end of the day, I want to do stuff that you would like to see. So what would you like me to work on? What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to comment on this video only. And at the point that I get to the last square on this canvas, I am going to come back and I'm going to do a whip on this canvas on the very last square. And I'm going to do a combined whip review. Probably not kit down, it'll make it too long, but a whip and review all in one. And then we will see what got the most votes. Now what I hope is that I don't get 5 people all choose a different one and me still not know which one to do. So please do comment, you know, if you can, that would be amazing. And you can choose the next project for me. Think it should be fun. Okay, so next thing I want to go through the comments that I've had since the last whip. And I need to say, I don't always have comments that I can go over on my whips. You know, I'm a relatively new YouTuber. There's 200 at the minute, 270 of you that are watching. So it's very, very new for me. I don't get, you know, 40 billion comments per video. But all of those that you do put on, I like to answer. Now, at this point, it's quite easy, but originally I did say I wanted to answer the questions from the previous whip on the next whip. So I'm going to stick to that. So from now on, if I've got time, I may comment on your question as well as answer it in the whip. But if I don't, if all I do is give you a love or a like, please don't be upset by that. I'm just going to drink a bit of my coffee. It's not that I haven't got time to answer you, but I want to be able to answer those questions on the next whip. That was the original plan. I'm not saying I won't, you know, if I've got some free time, I like nothing better than reading through comments and answering them. And sometimes what I would answer on one day will vary to another day because I may learn something new or I might come across a new tip or whatever. So please do put your questions. I would hope then that you will come back to the next whip to see what the answer is. But I will answer as well. I just don't want people getting annoyed because I'm answering them in two places, because I'd be annoyed if that happened. So I'm just letting you know that's what I'm going to do. So no big changes, you know. I'm not suddenly going to say I'm doing this on a Monday and that on a Tuesday. That's never going to happen. I'm just not that organised. But, you know, I do want to be able to answer your questions. It also helps other people. Lots of people don't comment on videos that they watch. I very often watch videos and don't comment because somebody else will ask the question and they will get an answer, and that helps. So, you know, it also helps others that may not be as outgoing or, you know, for whatever reason don't want to answer on a video. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I don't need you to comment on a video. It just helps me if you do. So let's go through the comments that I've had since my last whip. So there's only 4. So we'll start with the oldest first. So this was Diamond Painting Claire. As I've said before, if you haven't checked her out, please do. Lovely lady. She just said, "You're very welcome, Sam. Thanks for the shout out." I always like to shout out to subscribers. You know, if I follow them and they follow me, why not share the love? Because we all bring something different to the table, don't we? And I watch many people on YouTube, not just big names, but people that are newer as well. I think me and Claire are roughly at the same stage of our YouTube career. And she does a lot of unboxings as well, which I like because I like to see what's coming from different companies. And I love watching her Happy Mail. Love watching Happy Mail videos. I think it's so sweet how some people will go out of their way to send someone something nice just to make them happy. I love that. So yeah. So anyway, she said, after I did the shout out, I like the 4 pots for little paintings, but I do love my storage. So this is off the fact that I had said, you know those little storage cases where you've got the 4 little joined pots up? I hate them. They don't work for me. I just find them really awkward to use. I find them awkward to tip out. I find them awkward to tip back in. I just don't like. They're not for me. But I have used them for smaller paintings. And especially, you know, when I first started taking a diamond painting to work, I didn't have a lot of room in my work bag. I have since bought a bigger bag. I need to point that out. So it doesn't matter now. But yeah, they're not for me. I don't like them. So that's what we were discussing. And she sort of said, you know, I do like my 4, but I do love my storage. Me too. I am quite happy with the bottle storage. It is my favourite. I just think it gives me everything I need. You know, if I have excess drills and for whatever reason I don't put the excess ones in leftover pots if I've got them, I just put them in baggies, in a pencil case, in an A5, like a little A6 pencil case. And I just keep them in the net bit. Works perfectly well for me. They're easy to store. You know, I have them lined up on my dresser in my snug. So that's my favourite. But I do like the Huacan storage as well. Like I said before, just haven't bought any more yet. I will, I think. Definitely. Huacan storage is available on AliExpress. I think before I said it was on Etsy, it wasn't. It was AliExpress. It is a lot cheaper than the original Elizabeth Ward. I did see a post for Elizabeth Ward on Facebook, and it's a little bit out of my price range. But definitely give that a go. It's definitely worth it. So thank you, Claire, for your comment and your kisses. Kisses back to you. Joanne Fleming. This is after somebody had commented saying that they brought stubby pens, and I asked if anyone knew where to get them from. So she said, "Hi Sam, I can recommend Crafted Makes for hand-turned pens. He's very reasonably priced and will make customs as well as from blanks. He also does metal tips. You can find him on Facebook, Instagram and Etsy." Thank you very much for that, Joanne. I did, in fact, go and have a look, and I absolutely agree. So for anyone who doesn't know what a blank is the block of material that someone will turn into a diamond painting pen by turning it. So it's just the raw product. I did go and have a look. He has got some lovely pens on there, and I did see a nice stubby pen. So I may just have to make a purchase. So for anyone else, if you're interested, I think because the stubby pens are quite thick, a lot of time when you have arthritis, the problem you have is making a tight closed fist all the time. So using a pen, this can hurt my fingers quite badly. Not so much on these chunkier ones I find are better, but the bigger, the less you've got to put your fingers together, so you'll get less cramping. That's my experience anyway. So yes, I will definitely have a look at him for a stubby pen. Problem I have is you go on there and then you start seeing loads of pens. My mum especially is on a pen thing at the minute. She's bought loads recently, so I will definitely give them a shout out. Thank you so much, Joanne. Okay, next one. Let me just get a couple of these drills down. When I'm multi-placing, I do prefer to go vertically. I tend to find you get a neater finish, but like here where you've got some really long ones and they're just very, very short, sometimes I do go horizontally just because it's quicker. And then I just nudge them into shape if they're not quite right. But, you know, you do you. Do it whichever way you find best. A good tip I found was whichever way you multi-place, put your tray that way. So if I was going up, I should be using my tray that way. I don't. I just turn the pen. It's just, yeah, I don't even think about it. Okay, next question. Kimberly Saunders, I really enjoy your whip and chats. Thank you, Kimberly. Along with hearing some of the questions your subscriber asks you and hearing how you respond to them, and every question is answered differently. Like I said, that may depend on the day. It may be that on one day I answer someone with something, and then by the time somebody else asks me, I found a different way or a different product or a different method. So that might be why. I do try and be as helpful as I can be. At the end of the day, I can only tell you my experience. You know, if telling you my experience helps you make an informed choice about something, then it's helpful, right? You know, I'm not one of those people to say you must do this or you must do that or you must go here and you must go there. That's not me. You know, I'm not going to do that. The only thing that, not even that, I was going to say the only thing that would make me say differently would be not buying licensed artwork. But do you know what? I wouldn't even do that. It's not up to me if you buy licensed artwork or not. It just matters to me that I don't. That's my personal thing. And I don't force my opinions on anybody, you know. We all do us. And we all have the right to do us. And I would only force an opinion if somebody was doing something dangerous. So obviously not diamond painting, but you know, if someone was in a situation where it was actually dangerous, I may then turn around and say, you can't do that, this is not good. But certainly not in diamond painting world. I can only tell you my experience with that company or that product or that process. And then it's up to you whether you want to listen to my advice or whether you don't. And different people have different advice. That's what makes YouTube work, isn't it? That's why we do it. We want to see, we don't just want one opinion on a pen or a painting or a company. We want 2 or 3. We want to get an overall picture. So that's why I do it. So she also says there are some YouTuber that does these and never answers any of the questions. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much for thinking that. I do appreciate it. For me, I am very new to YouTube, so I don't have thousands of subscribers. So in defence of those YouTubers that may not answer every question, it may just be that they haven't seen it. If they have a lot of subscribers, you know, I'm not here to judge anybody else. We all do it differently. I've always had quite a positive response from anyone that I've watched on YouTube. So yeah, it may just be that they've got a lot less time than I've got. And I don't have a lot, to be fair. You know, I'm doing 2 or 3 different things all the time, plus running a house. You know, I don't always have time to answer everything. But thank you very much for your kind comments. It is nice when people tell me that they're enjoying it, because I know I'm doing something right. Please also do feel free to tell me when I'm doing something wrong, though. I tell you what I did notice the other day. I rarely watch my videos back because it's cringy. I sort of feel it's cringy to watch yourself. So I do the bare minimum of watching. But occasionally I will sit and watch through one to get to see the comments, to have a look at what I can do differently, what I can do better. And the one thing I noticed the other day, which really annoyed me, is I make this smacking noise with my mouth sometimes. I don't know I'm doing it. You guys probably haven't even noticed it, but I noticed it. So even if somebody was to turn around and say, do you know what? I really enjoy your videos, but that smacking noise you make annoys the crap out of me. I would go hands up. Didn't know I did it until I watched it the other day. I will try not to do it. Can't guarantee, but I will try not to. So even if your comment is a negative thing, it's something that you don't like, don't ever feel that you can't say it, okay? This is a safe place. I'm not going to rat you out. I won't even mention your name, you know. Everyone is entitled to input on this, I think. Ultimately, it is my channel. But you have a right to make your... I think I just did it, didn't I? I just smacked my lips. God's sake. I'm really trying not to, I promise. Right, I'm going to go for this G because this G is looking at me. I will go over some of the issues that I've had with the labels on these if I get time on this video. But thank you very much, Kimberly, for your comment. Okay, so next one. Next one is Phyllis Winkle. Hi, Phyllis. I like the name Phyllis. I really do. It's such... I do like older, more established names. I really do. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just old-fashioned. Phyllis is a fab name. Found your channel recently. Yes, I subscribed. Good girl, thank you. And I'm enjoying watching your videos, watching older ones when I can to catch up. Thank you. That's what they're there for. That's why I did the playlists. You know, it's always worthwhile, and I always do it. I tend to watch when I find a new subscriber, a new YouTuber, sorry. I tend to watch their latest videos, and then I sometimes work my way backwards. So when I've caught up with their most recent ones, I then start going back to the older ones. I do exactly the same thing. And it's quite interesting to see their journey and to see how things have changed. I really enjoy that. So, of course, feel free to go back and watch whichever ones you want. I don't even know how long I've been going. It's not that long. Probably about 4 months or so. You know, it's not massively long. But thank you very much, Phyllis. And thank you for subscribing. As I would say, thank you to everyone that has. You are what's building this channel at the end of the day. She also said, I chuckled about your granddaughter sharing her food with you, lol. My granddaughter Dixie is 3 years old and she shares my coffee with me. I pretty much have a cup of coffee in my hand 24/7. And when she sees me, she'll smile and say, I love coffee. I love that. My granddaughter is just one. She turned one in December. She is absolutely adorable, and I don't mind sharing food with her. However, when said food is mushed up, crushed in her hand first, and my daughter's laughing because she knows I'm cringing at it, not so much. I don't share coffee with her. I'm not allowed to share coffee with her. Rightly so. You know, she's too little for that. However, my daughter has promised that I can take her to Costa in the summer and get her a baby chino, which is basically milk. It's frothy milk. So I can do that, but I look forward. I also have a cup of coffee 24/7. I just switch out for decaf late in the evenings. But I drink nothing but coffee. Literally non-stop coffee. That's all I ever have. It is my life's blood. It really is. Coffee and cigarettes, which I know is not good, but I don't care. It is my vice and I embrace it. Breakfast for me is around 3 cups of coffee and 10 fags before I've woken up enough to actually function. I'm not good in the morning. Okay, she also goes on and says she also likes to help me diamond paint. Which means she somehow manages to get me out of my chair and makes herself comfy, lol. We'll do anything for our grandchildren, won't we? You know, literally, we will do anything. And she loves to touch the canvas and tell me that it's really sticky. I just try to watch her and go back later and remove all the drills that she's put in the wrong spot. But you can't get mad, because her personality is off the charts and it's priceless watching her. Anyway, sorry for the rambling. Never say sorry for rambling, Phyllis. You don't ask forgiveness from the one person that can ramble until the end of time. Oh, I've got a drill there that's dropped. That could go in my pot. So don't ever apologise for that. I love the long comments. Just wanted to say, keep doing what you're doing. I'm enjoying it and thanks for sharing. Oh, thank you, Phyllis. I will. While there are people there happy to watch, I will keep doing it. If nothing else, my insane rambling will make you realise that you're not alone. And there are people out there that are crazier than you. Pretty much. Yeah, not reached that stage with my granddaughter yet. You know, she's too little, but look forward to sharing it with her. Maybe one day I will do exactly the same thing. I have got lots of spare diamonds, so I have already thought about this. I know I'm thinking too far ahead because she's like literally 1, but I bought a blank canvas to do my heaven and earth design on, And what I did, instead of having a canvas custom made, I bought the biggest size that would work for what I needed, and it was much bigger than I needed, so I cut it down. So I have saved that offcut. So what I was thinking of doing was literally drawing simple pictures on it for her to fill in later, or just to leave it blank so that she could make up her own pattern, you know. I think that would work pretty well for a little one, you know, because they do like to just... Can you imagine having pieces of artwork that are just small self-adhesive canvases just filled with beautiful bright diamond painting colours that you can then keep? Yeah, that's my idea. So that's it for the comments so far. Thank you to everyone who has commented. I really, really appreciate it. I'm going to take a 2-minute break, and I mean a 2-minute break. I'm not going to disappear for 2 hours. It'll be seconds to you anyway, but I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I'm back. That was literally like 5 minutes. Literally. Okay, so yeah, I wanted to talk about the labels on this Dreamer Designs. For the first time, I'm actually considering moving these containers around, and here's the reason why. I have got things like these, okay, these. So I panic when I get one of these symbols because I'm not sure I've got the right one. We've got like an open triangle, and then we've got a closed one, and then we've got another one. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I'm struggling to find the individual containers, so I'm actually contemplating for the first time taking them out of DNCM order and putting them all together. Yes, I know the colours are different, but they're not grouped in any way, and I just find that, you know, look, I just struggle because I'll see something and I'll think, have I got the right thing? Let me see if I can find this other tea. No, here's another one. Do you see what I mean? And I only work by symbols, so that's what I'm working off. That bothers me. I'm not going to lie. So I may switch the symbols round and put all the numbers together and all the letters together and all the arrows together, because I think that will just make it easier for me to find what I'm looking for. Do you do that? Do you group things together? I did see somebody who does it in colour order. They like to put all the colours together, but I only work off the symbols, and I've never done it before because I do like my pots to be in DMC order. And I've never had a problem with Diamond Art Club, even though sometimes they have symbols that are similar. I've never had a problem, but I am really struggling with the symbols on this. It's sort of taking me longer to find stuff, and then when I find it, I'm then having to double check it's definitely that one and not a different one. So I think that's what's taking me a bit longer on this canvas. So that's what I wanted to talk about with the canvas on this. Could just be me, I'm probably just overthinking it, but just working on, I think this is where your reviews come in handy, isn't it? It's when you're actually working on something. For me, yeah, I find it quite hard with those symbols being so similar. So might have to do that. Trying to think if there's anything else that I want to discuss today. Probably not. I will say it is a beautiful sunny day here in Cambridgeshire. Do like it when the sun comes out. I don't mind if it's still chilly, but once the sun starts coming out, it just makes me feel so much better. I know I'm not alone in that, you know. I really feel like spring is on its way now. So yesterday was incredibly wet. It was raining all day. But today is beautiful. My husband should also be off work. But he decided to go in and do overtime. So this morning, he actually got up and took our daughter to school and then went to work so that I could have a lay-in, which was nice. I don't get them. My lay-in consisted of being in bed until 9:30. You know, not like I laid until 11 or anything. The other thing, that was it. That was the other thing I wanted to say. Saw somebody post on one of the groups. I don't remember which group it was on. And they were talking about the newer kits from Diamond Art Club and how they come with a cover minder. And somebody said, well, you know, I don't need a cover minder. I use sheets. So I use cover sheets. So it's, you know, I wouldn't use it. Do you know what I use cover minders for? Number one, this is why I decided on the pot. I like to have a trash drill pot. But also, if you've got cover minders on your painting, even if you're using cover papers, they're really good for holding your pen in place. Or if you're on an easel, you can use 2 to rest your tray on. You know, don't think that you can't use cover minders if you don't use the clear plastic wrapper. And sometimes it's just nice to have something pretty on your canvas. You know, you spend a lot of time looking at it. I love stuff like that. So that was the other thing I wanted to say. It came into my mind. Other than that, I'm just pleased to get another video done. It is getting to a point now where I'm doing the videos and you're not seeing them for a few days. But I am managing to get content out quite regularly at the minute, which is good. Not a bad thing. Okay, so let's go for this cue. Going through this pretty... I'm not going to go on too much longer. I like to try and keep my videos to an hour or less. Just because I'd run out of things to say. I mean, there's rambling and then there's just, you know, talking for the sake of talking. And I don't want to be that person. So just to wind down, please do comment on this video with the canvas that you think I should do next. It will really help me out. And, you know, especially if you want to see what a product is like by a certain company, or, you know, there's one of those images is one that you've thought about getting. Like I said, I haven't included all the diamond paintings in my stash because I don't want to be buying more storage to kit another one up when I've got so many kitted up. And if it goes well, I might do it on the next one as well when I finish my Snowy Owl. I think it's Snow Owl, actually. I keep calling it Snowy Owl. I think it's actually called Snow Owl. It doesn't really matter, does it? But, yeah. Let me know what you think. Which one would you do? If that was your stash and you had them all kitted up, ready to go, which one would you do first? You know, would you do the fan sale ones first to get the lower quality ones out of the way? I mean, they're not awful quality at all. You know, they're actually, most of the time, not too bad at all. But yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you very much to everybody who has watched, subscribed, commented, liked. It is very, very much appreciated. Don't think it isn't. It is. It's still, I still check. First thing I do in the morning with me half open eyes and me coffee in me hand is check my YouTube. And every time that little number goes up, I get so excited. I just feel so grateful that it's going as well as it is and that I'm getting the feedback that I'm getting. So thank you so, so much. I'm going to get rid of this red drill. Don't know what I'd do without a pot. I really wouldn't. If you haven't, just to explain the links, if you haven't already, please do check out my Etsy shop. I am going to be photographing later today some more bits and pieces, including the new cook pots, because I will have filed them and finished them by then. I do need to say a word about the magnets. I do use quite small magnets on most things. It can vary as to the size of magnets that I can get on Amazon. That's where I get them from. But they are very strong. If I just pull this one off, you know, it's a tiny little magnet. But they are, she says, and then can't find her magnet again. They are, you know, strong enough to hold it. I hang my canvases up against my window on trouser hangers, and I leave the cook pots on there. They're just attached. They just hang up there. So they are strong enough for what you need. They are secured with Gorilla Super Glue, which I found is the best glue for that type of thing. Exactly the same magnets on cover minders. So yeah, please do check out my shop. There is a link in the description box. You just need to look for KUK Resin Arts. And a big thank you to everyone who has ordered already and left me reviews as well, which is very much appreciated. Feedback is so important when you're doing something like this, because it's new for me. So by giving me feedback, it helps me improve the service, etc. And yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. So thank you very much for joining me today. Don't forget to comment with the canvas that you think I should do next. As always, liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing are all ways that you can help my channel grow. And I'm going to go off and I'm going to finish this section first, but I'm going to go off and get me stuff done that I need to do today, you know, the boring stuff. And then hopefully I will have some time tomorrow to do some more, because I'm off tomorrow as well. So thank you very much for joining me today. It is, as always, a very, very big thank you, and welcome to anyone new. Hit that subscribe button. Also, hit the notification bell. It's so important because I don't have a schedule. This way, you will get notified as soon as I put up new content. So thank you very much for joining me. It is, as always, over and out from this Kitten Up Kitten. Bye-bye.